So Social Economy Science is a book about, as the title says, the social economy. The social economy being traditional organizations such as associations, cooperatives, other value-based organizations, but also newer developments such as social tech startups, impact investing, also things like social procurement at the intersection between the public sector and the social sector. And what we wanted to do with the book is essentially ground it in academic research, but also build a platform for policy and practical action. I think what's really special about the book is that it brings together what I would call scholar practitioners and practitioner scholars. So we actually have people from both worlds, if you will, from academia, but also from practice and policy. And what's interesting about this is not that every chapter just, has some kind of a research part, but then some practical implications, some policy implications, but that these two things are really interweaved in all of the chapters, right? So we have leading people both in academia as well as in the world of practice and policy. For instance, people from the World Economic Forum that are giving us an overview of the newest developments of the social economy and also of three transformation pathways that we see. The first one is innovation for impact, where we're thinking about things like the transformation of financial markets towards social investment, things like impact and impact measurement, how these are evolving and how it's very important to understand that these are actually quite different from how we otherwise think about social and environmental indicators, ESG indicators, which have to do a lot with risk, but not really with the value that you're creating for society. So that's one strand. The second strand, and I think that's really important to stress, is this angle on agents of change, where we see social economy organizations not only as what they are, an organizational field, but one that really somehow trespasses the boundaries and radiates towards other fields, where we're essentially saying the social economy is so important and so central for the transformations that we need to go through, because there we see the practices that other actors are supposed to imitate and should really follow in terms of putting impact first, values-based actions, and all these kinds of things. And the third strand is that we're talking about partnerships, right? So we're not looking at the social economy in isolation, but we're really looking at the social economy at the intersection with private collaborators, with public collaborators. We're dealing with things like social impact bonds, which are really changing the relations between the private, the public sectors and civil society, and are really moving towards a new way of collaboration. One of the impacts that we've already seen is that the European Commission came up with an action plan for the social economy where this is one of the central references, right? Where this primarily, at least at the beginning, academic gathering and this focus on science was really already influential in terms of shaping policies, shaping an agenda, shaping how actors are being brought together by the European Commission in order to essentially fortify this social economy sphere and to essentially build a support landscape that is going to help scale it. It was really important for us to not only have this as a book, as an classical academic output. I think one of the key things or core features is that we also have it open access, so everyone can essentially go there and read it and download it. But what we wanted to provide, I think, with the book is a platform for actual action. And the history of the book goes back to an event that we've done with the European Commission. Now we're gathering in Paris today. This is the third event that we're doing, bringing again a representative of the European Commission, which has a strong angle also on financing the social economy, for instance. Someone from the OECD who is bringing this very international global perspective, where we've heard that more and more countries are really becoming interested in the social economy, whereas it was for a very long time just ignored, and really want to build support structures. And we really think that these discussion events can provide a platform for actions to follow and actual policies.